Yes. What do you guys think of this new guitar? I love it. Electric as well. Hey, quick tutorial on a paid service I offer. It's called CVT and CT guitar and bass lessons for that matter. I don't say bass enough because there's not a lot of bass players, but I do need to let you know. So CVT stands for custom video tabs. CT stands for custom tabs. What that means in general is you let me know what it is you want to learn. And in general, that's usually a song or a solo or both. And that's where custom comes in. It's a paid service, so no sense in paying me for parts that you already know. It's silly, right? Unless you know that you're doing it wrong and you want it correct. Accuracy is definitely something that I try to get in there. Although, I do have CVT students once in a while that have me simplify things, who do campfire versions of songs. So, try and make it as short as I can. Oh, be sure to subscribe too. Click that subscribe, hit notification bell, and click all. And share these. So we have custom figured out, right? Now that can be also, say there's a song on piano that you love, that you want transcribed onto guitar, that fits into that category. Everything in life has a pitch. My voice, your voice, an airplane, and as it descends, the pitch drops. I mean, there's pitch, that's what life revolves around. So if it has a pitch, which it will, I can transcribe that onto guitar for you. V stands for, well actually let's talk about CT first. So CT, custom, we just talked about. T stands for tabs. Tabs are, I was going to call them stabs. I don't have any blank papers, I got to print some off. But it's the music, looks like regular music staff paper, but it's got 6 lines on it. It's called tablature, but most people just call it tabs. And each line represents a guitar string, and then the frets are written on the string that you're supposed to play. They're really simple. There are people that are intimidated by tabs, but that's just because no one's ever shown them an easy way. I don't really know that there's a hard way. Tabs are actually very simple. But it's just a memorization tool. Important, but it's also important to remember it's to help memorize. You don't want to always have to be looking at your tabs. The goal is to memorize it off the tabs and then be able to concentrate on playing and feel and BPMs, all that stuff, beats per measure, timing, that stuff. So that would be your custom tabs. They're handwritten in detail. I do timestamps. I subgroup them into groupings. Section 1A. Next time it comes around to playing that again, I'll just repeat section 1A. That way you don't have 20 pieces of paper at the end and paying for unnecessary time. If it's a repeat, then I notate it as a repeat and how many times that is. If there's any alterations in it, it's all noted in your tabs. Any of the techniques that are in there are on the cover sheet. Obviously you get the tuning. By the way, I can transpose to different keys too. So if it's in G and you need it in F, that's fine. I can do that stuff as well. Then once your lesson's done, the tabs would be scanned and sent to your email, okay? So and you can print them off and you'll have the hard copy, or you can just leave it in a file on your computer. Let's talk about CVTs. We've already covered custom, we've covered tabs. So what's the V stand for? You got it, video. So with your tabs, you will have a video. That's the more popular paid service that I have. Naturally, most people want to be able to see and hear in order to learn. And that makes sense, right? But to my surprise, I've had quite a few that have that went for the CT lessons. They were more experienced players too, that didn't really need that. They just needed the tabs and they were good with working with those. So that's the only difference, guys, is one has a video, one doesn't, okay? payment options. There's 3 options I use: Zelle, Cash App, and PayPal. I prefer Cash App and Zelle, but I understand in other countries those aren't options. I know Canada, it's not an option. France, England, it's just not out there. But PayPal is pretty much universal, right? It's been around for a long time. So I leave PayPal as an option as well. Once you make your payment, I will schedule your CVT or your CT, and it could be guitar or bass. And once you're scheduled, you'll make payment, I'll confirm payment, schedule you, I'll give you an ETA. I like to get cell phone numbers as much as possible. Most of my students are return customers, either monthly or bi-monthly. But it's nice just to, when you want to reach out for another CVT, you can just text my cell. Or if you have questions after the fact, that's part of the paid services. I will make myself available to clear up anything that you may be confused on or anything you have questions on. I also do, by the way, I didn't mention this. This falls in the custom category. Amp settings to get your tone as close as possible to the song you're learning. And any effects that are in that song, whether it be a flanger, a phaser, reverb, octave pedal, chorus. A lot of people just don't know. And they're playing, it's like, why doesn't it sound like them when I play it? A lot of times that's why. You got to make sure your tone is dialed in, and if you have effects, that you're using the same effects. A lot of clean channel stuff tends to have reverb and chorus, but it also depends on the style. Anyways, that's all notated. I'll give you an ETA, and it's just an estimated time of arrival. It depends how many I have ahead of you, because I go in order of when you're scheduled. Whoever pays, boom. If someone else contacts me 6 hours later, they'll be after that student. If someone contacts me the next day, they'll be after that student. So, and it's just a good way to just keep in contact with each other that way about it. I think I touched on everything, guys. The songs, like I said, it can be the chorus. Oh, quiet, kitty. The verse and the solo. Maybe you just want the guitar solo. My cat's going crazy. She wants outside. It can be just the solo and the outro solo. Whatever you want. The full song with the solo. The full song no solo. Because some players are just rhythm players. And that's totally fine. We need you guys. A solo without a rhythm behind it, well, it works, but it's nice when you got a rhythm backing you as well. So every option is covered with these. If you don't really want to go learning the song route, which is a great way to learn, by the way, but if you're just not digging that, I can customize a CVT or a CT to whatever you want. Hey Mike, I just want to improve on my soloing. I'm into like 70s and 80s style rock players. I'm into alternative and grunge, that whole vibe of rhythm playing and soloing, or the 60s, or death metal, hardcore, punk. It doesn't matter what the style is. I will do it for you, okay? I think I hit everything. Shout out to my patrons really quick. I appreciate you guys. And share these videos. And I do teach on Skype as well, guitar and bass, all right? But this video is about my most popular paid service, CVT and CT. Custom video tabs, custom tabs. And I hope to hear from you soon. I'm Mike Gross. Keep rocking.